Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Hello. And I am going to be making a card with you tonight using a super cute stamp set that comes from the Sale-a-Bration brochure that's going live in January. I'm just getting this up and running and get it shared to, shared over to my VIP group so that everybody can watch it. There we go. All right. So welcome. Hello, Norma. Hi. Hey, Marcia. How's it down in Texas? Yay. We have people joining me. All right. So here you go. Look hi, Holly. Look at this adorable card, would you? Is that not the cutest stamp set ever? So this stamp set is called Adorable Owls, and you can get it free with a minimum $60 order starting January the 5th when Sale-a-Bration goes live along with the new catalog. So, hi, Janet. There's the Sale-a-Bration brochure. There's the mini catalog. Now, if you 81 today, oh my gosh, we were hovered around Celsius all day, Marcia. Holy moly. Hi, Carmen. Okay, so if you are a current customer of mine living in Canada, I will get the Sale-a-Bration brochure and the new catalog out to you hopefully by the end of the week. No promises though, because they haven't arrived yet. And if you're not a current customer of mine and you live in Canada, don't already have a demonstrator, I am happy to send you copies. So make sure you get in touch with me to arrange to get them to you. Okay, so tonight I'm going to use the Adorable Owl stamp set. Love it. I made 4 cards already with this. The stylish shapes dies for the circles. Now, if you don't have stylish shapes, any shape's going to work. Going to use the dots and spots die, and I'm going to finish it off with some glossy dots embellishments. Yes, Carol, and hello. These owls would be adorable. Can you imagine this flying one with a graduating hat on that says "Fly off to your next adventure"? Amazing. Hi, Dimity. Welcome. Okay. I forgot which size. Oh, I didn't write it down. Okay, we'll have to figure out which size we're using for this. Maybe this one. Yeah. Okay, so it's number 4. I can always count from the inside out, so I'm using number 4. And the recipe for this card is I have a pool party base, 8.5 by 5.5. Then I'm using 5.5 by 4.25 white on the front and a 4 by 5.25 by 4-inch piece on the inside. And then there's an envelope. And then I'm using 2.25 by 5 and a 2.25 by 2.25 to make the circles and 1 by 3 for the sentiment. Now that die also comes from the stylish shape. So we're using that die, and we're also using this one, I think. Yeah, that one. And then we're going to tuck it underneath there a little bit. Okay, so let's get started. The colors that I'm going to color the owls with, there's a few of them. So we have Crumb Cake, light and dark. We have number 400 and number 200. Pool Party, light and dark, light, soft seafoam, and dark Daffodil Delight. And then, of course, Wink of Stella. Oh, does your daughter love owls? When our youngest grandson was born, his entire room was owl themed. I'm not sure about the granddaughter yet. She's still a bit young, other than loving dolls and everything pink and frilly, and she loves to dance, and yeah. Okay, the 5.5 by 4.25 piece, I'm going to run through my machine with the dots and spots dies. Now I like to make sure that I get these straight. I haven't used this on an angle, but I'm not sure I would like it. So I'm going to, this one I kind of centered it, but this one I'm going to put it down along the edge and see what the difference is. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through the machine. So how was everybody's weekend? Did you have a good one? We were not supposed to be here, so it was unexpectedly empty, which meant I got to have a lot of time getting caught up on stuff and creating. Not long enough, Connie? Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I don't like that. See how it's not, see this one, I centered it, and I like it a lot better than that one. I don't like how those dots are off to the side, but I'm trying to knock the bits. Do you know that if you take your dies and hit them against your garbage can, most of the time you can get most of the little pieces out of them? So do you like this? Do you think maybe I should cut another one? Let me show you what this looks like on here. See, it looks kind of weird to me with the frame around there. What do you think? Do I need to get another piece? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm going to cut the circles out while you're deciding that, because I need to cut 3 of them. I'm thinking I need to get another one and redo that. But if you think it's okay, it's okay. Oh, Dimity had a lovely one. Yay. Dimity, I think you're on Tuesday already, aren't you? Down there in Australia. They are the next day from where I am. Yes, Marcia says cut another one. One more circle to go. One more circle. Yeah, Holly, I could cut it down, but then it would have a frame of blue around it, and that's kind of not the look I was going for. But let me get a piece of white, and I'll cut a new one. It'll only take me half a sec to cut it. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. There we are. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay, we're going to center this one this time. So my experiment was successful because it taught me that I don't like it when it's edged. So now I'm going to center it, and we'll do it again. Put the die in a little bit crooked so that it's easier to run through. There we go. Ah! It stuck to my cutting plate. There we are. Okay, that's better. Much better. I like that. Okay. Good choice. Now, it's my Tombow, and we'll put some glue on here and let it dry. So I can put it on the pool party. Just run a bead. So my new stuff was supposed to be here tomorrow. Then the new catalog, my pre-order stuff. And I thought that was cool because I could do an unboxing on Tuesday night, but it's stuck in customs. First of all, it was stuck in some snowstorm, and then it got stuck in customs. So I'm not sure when it's coming. Hopefully Wednesday, then I can have an unboxing. Okay, I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Memento ink. The sentiment says, "Hoot hoot, you're so cute." Perfect sentiment for a granddaughter. I might just have to send this to my granddaughter. Okay, and then I'll die cut that with that. And then on the circles, what do you think about this stamp set? Are you liking it? I just have to get some stamping paper out here from underneath my, because this first one is going to go off. Because it's a big one, and I'm only going to use the head part. Just stamp that in there. Yes, it's very cute. Hi, Valerie. There we go. There's one. There's 3 owls in this. How perfect is that? And let's see. Go up a little bit, try and get the whole thing in there. I love the stamp set too. Like I said, I opened it and I made 4 cards. 4, not 1, not 2, but 4. So I'll be sharing, and one is a waterfall card, and it is so cute. Okay. Oh, got to stamp the inside and the envelope. Okay, which owl? I won't stamp yet. Let's have input from the audience. Which owl should I put on the inside? Flying, birthday hat, or waving? And then we'll have to vote and see which one to put on the envelope. So I'll start coloring while you guys decide which one you want to have on the inside and then which one you want to have on the envelope. Oh, flying, and waving. Okay, so to color these, what I did was crumb cake. Start with the light. And there's a little bit of shading on these. Not a lot, but just enough to add a little bit of interest. So do around the eyes first. Make sure I get a good layer of ink on there. Am I going to show you the waterfall? Well, Marcia, not tonight, because the waterfall, I'm going to be creating it in my VIP group. So if you're not already a member of my VIP group, you need to pop on over there and join that group, because that's where the waterfall card will happen. And I can't remember what day, but I can look and let you know it's coming soon. So you might want to get over there and get part of that group as soon as you can. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of dark around the sides and the top of the eyeballs. Just to add a little bit of depth in there. So it was really funny the other night. I was in my craft room late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And usually I have a TV on, so I don't really hear what's happening outside. But the show ended and I was waiting for the next one to come on. So it was really quiet in here. And I could hear this noise, this sound outside. I wondered what the heck was going on. So I opened I have a patio door. Well, it's a garden door in my craft room. It goes out onto the patio that is against our gully. And I opened up the door and listened, and there was an owl hooting out there. It was amazing. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and figure out which one won because everybody's voting on different things. I'm just going to look and see when I'm doing that waterfall. Okay, 22nd of December is when I'm doing the waterfall card in my VIP group. So you need to pop on over there, become a member if you're not already, because the cards that I do on Thursdays in my VIP group don't get shared anywhere else. They're only for my VIPeeps. I show pictures sometimes, but I don't share the video tutorial. I don't share the recipe. Okay. So that's just one of the perks of being one of my VIPs is the Thursday night cards are exclusive to VIP group. And if you need that link, it's in the description of this video. You just have to go and find the link, click on it and say join. Then make sure you answer the questions, the membership questions, because without answering the membership questions, I won't approve you because I want to know. I want you to agree to the group rules to start with. Okay, so what do you think of the coloring on this? Are you liking this coloring? It doesn't take too long. You just have to blend those. First of all, put down a good base of your light color. Then put your dark color in, and then go over again with the light color and blend it all in. Like that. I should not open my door at 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Oh, Marcia, where I live, it's perfectly safe because we have green space behind us and we're up. The green space, we call it our gully because it's about 20 feet down. And it's 20 feet down a cliff. And then we have a patio with railing all the way around it. So it's perfectly safe for me to be poking my head out at 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I go out there and look at the stars. In the winter, I can see them. I can't see the stars in the summer because of the trees. We're surrounded in maple trees, big leaf Canadian maple trees. So in the winter, they're bare. They don't have leaves on them, so I can see the sky. But in the summer, we are completely enclosed. We can't see anything out there. I'm just getting the last of this little bit of dark there. Oh, good, Val. You're heading to the post office with your Christmas cards tomorrow. That's awesome. And mine went out on the 1st. I don't have a deadline for my cards. They'd never get posted. So every year, my deadline is December the 1st. Okay, there we go with the color, the coloring for the face and the body. Now we're going to use number 200 and number 400. Marcia, it is a little slice of heaven where I live, where we live. Hubby lives here too. It took us 4 years to find this lot to build our house because we wanted to be in city limits, but we didn't want to live in a fishbowl because the house we were in, we lived in a fishbowl and it was awful. Couldn't have our curtains open because we were on a busy road and our neighbors had big houses and we had little house. So their houses looked down inside our backyard, in our windows. It was awful. So when we moved here, when we were looking for our lot, we said that we didn't want anywhere that we would have to have curtains open or curtains on our windows. So we don't have to have curtains. We don't have to have them closed. All right, so you saw what I did there. I put on number 400 first because it's the lighter of the two. And then I added highlights or lowlights of the dark, which is number 2. And now I'm just blending them in. Now you're probably looking at that and saying, well, it's going dark, but that's just because that the ink is wet and it won't be that dark when it dries. It reverts back to its original color. Doesn't matter how many layers of Stampin' Blend color you put on your image. It may look like it's getting darker and darker and darker, but when it dries, it's the same color, no matter whether you have 1 layer or 12. It's just the nature of alcohol markers. Okay, let's get this around his tummy. Are you tired of me coloring yet? Oh, you're welcome, Holly. Did you get yours already? All right, so there's that. Now we'll take the number 200 and I'd put just a bit on the tips of the ears and then down here around the nose and the eyes. And then wherever there should be a shadow. So underneath his neck, down there, a little bit under the bow tie. We'll go back in with the number 4 again and blend that all in. So there is going to be a free coloring class in January. And I'm going to show you a couple of techniques for coloring with the alcohol markers. We're not going to make cards. We're just going to color. So you will need a couple of images, like a big flower image, a big animal image, and we'll color things. And then your homework is going to be to finish the cards so that I can see what you've made with them. And then everybody who shares their cards will go in a draw for something. I don't know what yet. Still working on the details. I know the date though. I got the date in my calendar because I figured if I didn't get the date in there, who knew what would happen? my calendar gets booked up and I never get things done unless I put them in there. Okay, adding the dark color the same way. Always look at where the shadows would be. So underneath things. When you have big areas, then you also look at where you want your light source to be. So when you're doing a big flower, like a sunflower or something, then you have to figure out where your light source is, because that's where the lightest parts of your image are. When you're doing stuff this small, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll just get this colored in here. And that's the end of blending. I've kind of gone over the lines a little bit because I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so that's the owls. Now I'm going to do the eyes with light soft seafoam, just because I figured that it needed to be light. Now there's a little circle in the eyeball. I'll show you in a sec. The original ones, I colored it over, but I want to see what this looks like with if I don't color the little circle in there. Okay, there. You see the eyeballs? Oh, that cute. Okay, take more time than I did to do your coloring, because I've kind of gone outside the lines in a few spots. Okay, now I'm adding dark Daffodil Delight to the beaks and the feet. The beaks and the feet. There we are. Then Pool Party for the hat. So I'm going to put light Pool Party on first. Make sure there's a good base, and then we'll go in there with some dark. And finish off back with the light again. Okay, now I'm looking for a piece of paper. I have one. I need to go back and read the comments to see which one won the. There's that. Flying. One, Carmen and Connie, waving Valerie. Hat. Was Norma flying on the envelope? Janet Lacey, I didn't see your comment. Hello, how the heck are you doing? She wants a waving one. And Connie wants a waving on the envelope. And Holly wants waving inside, flying envelope, waving and flying. Was Dimity. Sharon said flying on the envelope. Birthday on the inside. Was that all of the? That was it. Okay, so we have waving on the inside and flying on the envelope. Okay, got it. There's the inside. And I lost the stamps. I'm going to put waving on the inside. And I'm not going to take the time to color because you'll probably get really bored with me coloring. I'll do it afterwards. Waving on the inside. And flying on the envelope. Oh, Dang, nabbit. I was doing so good too. See if I can get rid of some of it. Oh yeah, some of it's gone. Okay, inside an envelope are done. Circles are done and colored. I'll cut this out. Hoot hoot, you're so cute. And just going to use a piece of Post-it note there so that it doesn't move on me. Okay. Oops. So if you're not already signed up for my newsletter, it goes out tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Pacific time, with 2 free Christmas tutorials in there. You like watching me color? Okay, so I'm going to put this on. My glue has dried. I'm just going to line it up. Like that. Isn't that cute? I love this die, and I didn't think I was going to like it. When I first saw it, I thought, no, I don't want to. Oh, I didn't do his bow tie. Oh. When it came out, I thought, no, I don't want that die. I can't see me using it. I love it. I use it a lot. A little bit of pool party. I think my pool party marker's dying. You may have to, Valerie. It's a good one. Okay, there we go. Now, this one, where did I put my dimensionals? That one gets them all the way around. Like that. And then this one gets it all the way around. Carmen, it is cute. I did one. Did I show you guys the ladybug one? The ladybug card I did. Now this one, I'm not going to put dimensionals right here because that is going to be over top. So I don't want dimensionals in that area there. That's why I was paying attention to where I was putting them. Did I show you the ladybug card I made? Where I did that in the background? I don't even remember where I put it. I did it for a tutorial group I belong to. Okay. Now, that's going to go there. This one goes kind of there. And then this one tucks underneath. Kind of like that. Oh, can't believe I did that. I'm not going to tell you what I did. All right, I'll tell you. I stamped that on the wrong side. I stamped it on the negative, you know, the wrong side of the die cut. I hate doing that. I didn't show it to you? I wonder what I did with it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this one kind of goes down here. Like that. Now, I don't want to push that down yet because I have to put the sentiment underneath there. And then this one goes over top. Right about there-ish. Now, it's going to cut the end off of this because I don't want it to be too long. Oh, it's easy, Marcia, because when you cut a stitched image, it puts holes in it. Hang on. So when you cut a stitched image, you can see the holes are pushed in and they're nice. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we are. It's nice and smooth. But on the other side, they poke out. And it's just like putting a pin through a piece of paper. The right side, you get a nice smooth indentation, and the wrong side, you get these pushed out pieces that are really not nice. That's how you can tell whether it's the right side or the wrong side. Okay, this is going to scoot. Uh-oh. Got my dimensional in the wrong spot. Pull it out because it's kind of weird. You're welcome. Okay. Now, it's going to put a little bit of adhesive on here because I want that to sit down on top of this. So I'm going to put that on there like that. And then I'm just going to hold that down so that it sits. Of course, it's not doing it. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Okay. You're not seeing this because this is, there we go. Oops. All right. So I need to put glossy dots, and these are the colors for the glossy dots: blue, yellow, pink, and purple. What colors should I put on there? The blue, the yellow, the pink, or the purple? This one, I used the yellow ones, but you can have input what color you want while I put the inside. Look what I did. Do you see what I did? Too much nattering. This should have been this way. Now I have to stamp it all over again. It's a good thing I'm not coloring it. Carmen says purple. Connie says blue. Valerie says, oops. Norma says purple. Yeah, I know. It's a story of my life. Can't tell you how many times I do that. Usually not while I'm doing a live video, though, so you guys never know. You only see the end result, where my cards are fit for public consumption. You don't see the messes that happen in the craft room before you see the final. Okay, pink, blue, purple, and blue. Oops, let's get it in here the right way. Oh gosh, I should have stayed asleep when I was having my nap. Okay, let's go back up here. Purple, blue, purple, pink, blue, 3 for purple, 3 for blue, 4 for blue. Okay, blue it is. Blue it is. I haven't used these a lot because they didn't seem to fit with themes that I was doing, but now they do. They fit perfectly with these owls. You were yelling no? Oh, yeah, Norwood. I saw the gasp happening. I know. It's a story. Now, final step. You know what it is. A wink of Stella. Wink of Stella. Let's do some eyeballs and a bow tie. and a hat. And maybe the beaks too. And the feet. Why not? There we go. There we go. What do you think? Cute cards, eh? Now, you don't have to be, you don't have to use these in die cuts. You could just take a white and then take a little bit of hang on, I'm going to see if I can find that card. I don't remember what I did with it now. I'm just quickly looking. Nope, I don't have it. It must be, maybe it's hanging out in the studio. Unless I've got it queued, maybe I've got it queued up to show how to do it. That's not it. Aha! I found it. I'm going to do it with the ladies in January when we go back, and then I'm going to do it on January the 16th. I'll show you how to make it. Look. Isn't that adorable? Bunch of punches, and there's the dots and spots die, and this is the stitch greenery die. Cute. Cute. Okay. I'm glad I found it because I thought I'd lost it. Now, you could take a piece of white and take some balmy blue. Just quickly here, I had an idea. Oh, thanks, Marcia. Where's my paper? I need my paper. I want to see if this would work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, so this isn't the right size. I'll have to cut it down. Loading up with balmy blue, and I'm going to start in the center and just put some color in there, like it's the sky. Not too much, just a little bit. Move it around. Maybe this would work on, what's that, shimmery white cardstock too. All right, now, if you take the flying one and stamp it right on there. And I'll just color it. I'll just color part of the face and then color it in however you want to. Using the same colors I already did. So have I told you yet that Shanna and I, my teammate and friend Shanna, and I are collaborating on a class in January using one of the adorable new suites in the catalog. Let me just add a little bit of dark on here. So that information will come out in my newsletter tomorrow morning. So if you're not already registered or subscribed to my newsletter, pop on over there and do that. You'll find the link in the description of this video. There is, it's going to be, what did we decide? 6 cards and 2 3D things. and the stamp set for $75. Now you'll need the stamp set. If you already have that stamp set, you can choose another one. You can add the dies on as an upgrade. Okay, so that information is coming in my newsletter tomorrow. So you can you see the blue? It's not very dark. Let's add a little bit more blue to that. Because the Stampin' Blends are going to cover where the blue is, I can add a bit more around him, make it a little bit darker. Like that. Are you able to see that light blue around it? Or is it too light? There, you can see the blue. And then I would cut that down. Hang on, let me put it down. 2, 4, 5, 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. Too light. Layer it onto a piece of Pool Party or Balmy Blue. There, you can just catch a hint of it. You can, in real life, it is really pretty. And then put your sentiment on here, add a few blingy things. Add a few blingy things. Oh, the butterflies would be cute on here. You know, those brushed brass butterflies? They're flying everywhere in here. See how easy that is to make just a very plain card and then stamp a sentiment and cut it out. I just happen to have a piece that is, what is this? 5/8. It's probably too big, but we'll see. Look at how the card is just working out good. Okay, I'm going to move it over just a bit because I want to flag that end. Hoot hoot, you're so cute. Cut this off straight-ish. Give a little bit of flag on this end. So tomorrow, my newsletter comes out. Make sure you are subscribed to that. Has all the information on the class coming in January, as well as if I get my act together tonight, it'll have the updated calendars is the word I'm trying to come up with, right up to the end of June. But I don't know whether I'm going to have time tonight to get those done. Those probably happen next week-ish. Because the catalogs are coming and I need to do my cover letters for them. There we go. How's that for a quick and easy, cute card? You could add more color on there to make it a little bit deeper, but in real life, you can see it. So there's our cards. Now I have to do the draw. Do the draw. You know, we have the Share It Saturday from November the 26th to do tonight. Okay, just get my wheel up here. Wheel of names. Okay, now take this down. I'm going to go to the wheel. And you can see, oops, apparently you can't see because it was a glare. There it is. Share it Saturday, November the 26th. Take that out. Take the space out. We only had 5 people this time. Come on, ladies. Okay, I'm going to shuffle, and I'm going to shuffle, and we're going to hit the go button. And the winner of the Share It Saturday is, oh, so close, Janet. Congratulations, Janet. You are a winner. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Well, card from me. Oh. Thanks, everybody. I hope I have enjoyed stamping with you tonight. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. It is in the comments. A very first thing in the description of this video. Let me just go here and write it in the comments. So sign up for my newsletter so you get all the information that's happening around my craft room and upcoming. Yes, congratulations, Janet. You're very welcome, Dimity. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the card, and I hope you're looking forward to Sale-a-Bration in January 2023. There's only going to be one celebration in 2023, and it's only 2 months long. So they're going back to the way it used to be years ago. I can't show you the inside because they haven't gone live yet. So that I'm going to do. I have my catalog launch party date all planned too. So here's Sale-a-Bration. They're cute. There's a couple of sneak peeks down there for you. And then on the other side, some more sneak peeks. There's carrots as well as owls. You're welcome, Marcia. Enjoy your evening, and I will see you maybe Wednesday night. If my box arrives, I'll do an unboxing, and if not, Thursday night in my VIP group. So don't forget to hop over there and register, because I've got a technique for you on Thursday night. The recipe is in the newsletter. It also goes up on Thursday morning so that you can prep. There's not much to prep. If you just want to do the technique, I'm going to show you how to do it. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles, and bye for now.